Two thumbs up, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Bram LeGroux, and welcome back if you are either tuning in with me live or when you see the replay later on. Today, we are talking about a concept called the Homepage ATM. And my question to you is your website right now a Homepage ATM? Now, imagine now, for example, just to explain what the concept is all about, is that your website becomes a sleeping or actually a 100% active sales team that is working 24/7 around the clock, that is actually helping your people to grow your database, to grow your client base, and of course also to put money into your bank account. And that is really what a Homepage ATM is all about. Turning a website from just something that creates information and shows people what you're about, almost like a virtual business card, and change that completely around to start marketing and selling automated. That is what it's about. So let me just share my screen with you today. I'm going to share a few things with you. True story to beginning with, and then also a couple of valuable lessons that you might also apply in your business based on, what I'm sharing here with you. So appreciate you guys joining in. It is the last sort of live stream for this side of Christmas, of course, but this is really what the topic is all about. So your Homepage ATM question mark. First things first, I'll start off with a true story. Back in probably 2016 or so, I was very fortunate to attend, I think, it's been only a single event really, hosted by Brendan Burchard in New York City, Times Square, up in the Marriott. And that was called 10X Empire event. And it was really an epiphanal moment for me to sit there and let me walk you through the details of this event. It was a 4-day event in New York City. 150 pairs, or let's say 150 people, paid $10,000 each to be there, me included, and brought a partner along, whether that was a business partner, a friend, the person that they were with in a loving relationship. It didn't matter. 150 pairs paid them that much money to be there. Imagine now that you're hosting an event for 4 days, and 300 people are in the room, and you've just made pretty much a lot of money. And then from those 300 odd people, 20 people took up VIP coaching at the $25,000 level. That's US dollars. That's about $2 million, guys, in revenue. One event, 4 days. Imagine now if you then, like this guy, did 8 of, let's say, not this event particularly, but 8 other events that same year. And here's really where it gets interesting. The team that he employed at the time was less than 10 people. Now imagine now that you do, let's say, to make the numbers work easily, do 8 times 2, that's $16 million with 10 staff. You see where I'm going with this? That moment I realized I need to do something different about my business. And especially when at the time when we were sitting in this room there in the Marriott Hotel, he asked, guys, just out of curiosity, how many of you didn't hear about me 3 months ago? And 60% of the people in the room put up their hands. 60% hadn't even heard of him 3 months prior to the event. He kept going and said, who didn't hear of me a month ago? And there was still a lot of people there. So what I'm trying to say here is that what I've learned in that moment is that people are prepared to spend money and buy your products and or services to the extent that you help them to find you. You show them what you have, and they see that what you have is exactly the solution to a problem that right now they are serious about doing something about, right? Here's now the interesting thing. I started thinking that moment that I need to compare business models, and I started to just visualize. I don't know about you. Maybe what about you? Are you a visual person, or are you a person that is more tactical and wants to do things with your hands, or are you more auditory? Let me know in the chat box. Anyway, I know that I was very much of a visual person, so I wanted to visualize things, and so I started looking at segregating certain tasks that I was doing that were costing me time and money even, that were not billable, slotting activities in into billable time, which means clients were paying for that time that I was investing, and also automated processes. The first one in red, second one in green, last one in blue, all right? As long as we're cool with that, let's just now dive into the old business model as I pretty much broke it down at the time. So my old business model, and I know that a lot of people that are watching now will be very much in a same sort of constellation where you do a lot like manually. You and your team do a lot of manual things, and it's tedious, it's time consuming, it's prone to error and all of that. Let me visualize what it looked like. I saw that as I was looking at my business development and looking for it to growing my business, meaning feed more people into my business and just kind of help more people with my products and services. I noticed that I had to spend a lot of not billable time in research to kind of identify the right sort of companies, then reached out to them over the phone, then created a meeting with them and, have a conversation about, what they're trying to achieve and how I might be able to help. Then go back to the office, create a proposal, put in time, then go back to them, take out the proposal and kind of present it to them. And then if they were all happy with that, and this is pretty much where if I was fortunate enough for them to say yes in the moment, I'm not even talking now about follow up and follow through, calls and so on. But let's just say that they said, yes, we're gonna now go ahead with it. Only then invoicing happened and we started delivering, and that was payable. Imagine now, that is an old model. You see here at least 5 time-consuming activities that are completely not paid for, right? And if this, let's say, is just one person, let alone 5 people that are doing this, you see how easily this adds up, how easily this creates a lot of guaranteed spend without guaranteed return on investment. I thought that is a problem. That is a problem for me and the team that I'm employing. So what is now a smarter way to do things, especially as I looked at this event, the 10X Empire in New York City? Here, you create an online ad. I'm simplifying, of course, but an online ad, automated. You can turn it on and turn it off, and it pretty much, the system does the heavy lifting for us. Then you've got an opt-in sort of process, and then do a demonstration, which again could be very much automated. Then you might schedule a call, once again, through the technology of these days, that's all feasible. Then you might have a human come on a call to, have a conversation about, what people are trying to achieve, what their problems are, what their hurdles have been, what kept them from growing, what sort of things they've tried out before that worked or didn't work, and all of this sort of stuff. And that happens on what they call a strategy call or a discovery call or anything like that, but it's pretty much a call. Then if people are happy with it, let's just say that both of them say we were a good fit, we can help each other, or we can help you. Are you happy with it? The guys say, yes, we're happy with that. Then you can start processing a payment, and then you start delivering some of the services and things that might be automated in blue and green. Now, again, look at the difference here. You see now at least four different things that are automated, only one which is non-billable and 2 of them that are billable, right? Compared to 5 reds, 5 unbillables and 2 billables and no single automation whatsoever. All right. Again, it's just to kind of demonstrate a point, and there's multiple, it just shows that the business models have really moved in different ways. And of course, since that live event, now of course live events are not happening anymore, but a lot of people have done very similar things online these days since COVID, the COVID outbreak in March. And we all probably have seen, the Tony Robbins doing your Unleash the Power Within with 22,000 people online. And all of them would have paid $200, $300, $400, $500 for it. So the thing is, people are willing to spend money, hand over money to you, and put it in your bank account if you've got a valid Homepage ATM working for you 24/7. So what are the lessons learned? I'm going to share with you 3 here. First things first is the old model. All steps were manual. No scalability, no leverage, and a lot of risks, because the only way where you can kind of scale is if you hire more people to do the same tedious jobs that are all very time consuming, and where there's a guaranteed spend, but no guaranteed return on investment. And I'm sure that you know exactly what I'm talking about here. If you've been, let's say, around for a while and you've hired people that end up being the wrong people, and then you had to let them go 3 months into it, 4 months into it, 5 months into it, or 12 months or 14 months later, and they were a serious burden on your bottom line, and the return might not have been there. So that's really the problem with the old model, and it's not very lucrative as such. The new model is one where 4 steps at least are automated, if not more. Like in my example, it was 5 of them. It's very scalable. It's much leverage, but it's about getting it right? And a lot of people have an attempt at creating the Homepage ATM, and it's hard work. It doesn't always work this from the first time around. And so the difference is really in having that Homepage ATM. The Homepage ATM means that you have a sales team that are really technologies that are helping you to find your ideal client, to educate your ideal client, to bring your ideal clients into your pipeline, so to speak, and make an offer at some point that they will be taking up. And much of that happens automated. Even if it's manual, it will be on a call. And that is selling and delivery works 24/7, mostly automated. And you can choose who you work with. You can choose where you have your clients. And they don't have to be all around your business, the bricks and mortars. They don't all have to be in your vicinity. They might be anywhere for as long as your services and products are able to be delivered that way. So anyway, I don't want to, let's say, overdo this, but I hope you like this. And should you want to pick my brains on this, because I've been on this journey for at least now 5 years already in terms of how the online business development helps to accelerate business growth and helps to streamline processes and make things easier and free up time, and therefore allow more time to work on the business and also to help more clients. If you would like to have a conversation with me about it, that would be a discovery call. I'll make sure that there's an opportunity for you to pick one of the last few slots in my diary, because there's only so much time that I'm willing to kind of hand out to people. And so if you would like to have that conversation, I'd be delighted to see you there and give you some direction in terms of how we could go about helping you scale up your business based on what I just discussed. Anyway, to secure a slot in my diary, apply through the link below. Like I said, I'll just make that available in just a moment. I hope you like this. My name is Bram. I wish you a wonderful Christmas. Shouldn't we speak with each other soon? And should you miss out on a time slot that is available? And I look forward to then also seeing you again back in 2021 this time. Thanks for joining in. Have a wonderful day and Christmas. And for those that got into my diary, well done. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.